Welcome back to Nancy Jean's Garden. It's day 3 of the 9-day candle lighting ceremony. And I, like I always say, I want your questions so I can try to give you answers or help you find what we're looking for. And right now I've had a lot of questions about crystals. So I'm going to be featuring crystals for the next 2 days as part of the ceremony. But if you've missed about the 9 days of candles, I'm lighting 9 red candles. I'll put the thing down here, then I don't have to keep lifting them up. I'm lighting 9 red candles. I lit one the first day, another one the second day, and I'm lighting the third one today. And these candles are here to help us light our way from the, didn't do such a clever job of dropping that one, to light our way from the darkest days of our year. And then on the 21st, we go to the solstice, and then we bridge over to the sun coming back. And the thing with 7 candles is you put 7 candles, 9 red candles. The ceremony is that you light one each day for 9 days. And at the beginning of that ceremony, we put forth our intention for lighting the candles. And in the case of my candles, I'm lighting them to have our garden grow and have our community grow and have all the ways we can reach out and help each other grow as we grow into the new light. Because on the 21st is also the rather spectacular conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. So that's what this is about. That's what I'm working on right here. And you can do it at home with your own 9 candles. It suggested they be 9 red candles. Red candles are pretty much easy to find this time of year. So that's what you do. Also, someone asked me, because they didn't see me, I didn't blow them out yesterday on camera. Yes, I blow them out every day so that I'll have candles for the next day. And the other part of it is that on the 9th day, I have mine on a mirrored surface. I will let all the candles burn down so they can continue. I know in the Christian church and in other faiths, the idea of lighting a candle is the intentions you say on top of the candle get carried up to the upper atmosphere where the other things are, the other energies to help us. So once again, I'm asking the candles to help us move forward. My intention for my candles and for my intention for our garden is the garden be a place where you can come and safely ask spiritual questions and find comfort and find other people of a like mind and find a way to plant the seeds of your own spirituality and grow. So I present a lot of different information about a lot of different things like the candles. So I pray that that happens. And since one of the things that keeps coming up in my questions and answers is weight loss was lovely and all those things are fine, but when are we going to talk about crystals again? So I'm going to talk about a crystal that's extremely unique. And it's kind of hard to see what it looks like. It looks like a little chunk of coal. It's not. It's called Shungite, and it's Shungite. And it's kind of an interesting crystal. It's 99% carbon. The other 1% is made up of almost every other mineral we have on our planet. In aging these rocks, they come from one specific Russian valley where the village of Shunga is located, which ought to tell you how it got its name. It contains, the way it's made up is it's made up almost totally of carbon. There are 60 carbon molecules in a piece of it, and it's broken down. When it's broken down, they are in 3D spheres. They're like little round balls, and they were named because of the shape of them. They're called fullerenes, and that name comes from Buckminster Fuller, who designed, if you've ever seen a geodesic dome, he was the guy in the 60s that came up with this great way to enclose the most space with the least material, and it was a geodesic dome. And so sometimes the fullerenes are also called buckyballs. And an interesting note is I am so old that I actually met Buckminster Fuller. I had the opportunity to go to a student lecture. He came to speak to us at the university I was at, and I was invited by faculty, and I don't know why. I was a broadcast film major. I don't know why they brought me in, but there were like 10 of us that got to sit and really talk to him about his life and how he'd come to the things he had done. And he was an incredible open thinker from in the 60s into the 70s, and was a very interesting man, and it was lots of fun. So I've actually met the Bucky of the buckyballs and the Fullerene of the Fuller of the Fullerenes. Um, these stones, like I said, they're 2 billion years old, they believe, and that means they were on the planet before organic life, which leads them to have some other really interesting properties. Now, much of what's said about them, and this is for entertainment purposes only, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist, and I don't, trust me, they could leave me with a mountain of this stuff and I wouldn't be able to tell you any more about what it really does unless I tried it on myself. But these stones are considered purifiers because they don't have organic matter in them. They're mineral. They've been known to purify water. They've also been known to have been tested, not, well, in 2017, there's a lot of labs that did work on this, but they said they got rid of pathogens. There's also a study from 2017. This is that they removed radiation, which is one of the reasons why most of you, if you've heard about this at all, if you've heard about Shungite at all, it's people put it by their computers. They put it by their cell phones. They think it blocks radiation. And apparently, if you go around with an EMF meter, you can see the electromagnetic field drops when fullerenes are between you and the source of the electronic field. I guess if you want to see ghosts, you don't keep buckyballs around you because they block the EMFs from the ghosts. Anyway, the metaphysical claims have been long since it was found. They've been there for a long time. One of them has been that it really helps with sleep. If you put it in your bedroom, it actually calms the area in the room and it helps you. And also for people who have trouble staying grounded during meditation, buckyballs are supposed to help you get grounded during meditation. Now, they say, you put these in a glass of water, let it sit, and it will purify the water in that glass. I don't know of anyone who's gotten sick from doing buckyballs. I looked it up to make sure, and I can't find anything where someone says don't do this. I will tell you, there's a whole lot of people out there pushing the idea of getting the vibes from a crystal into your water. Be very careful. There are other minerals that look relatively benign, and they are not. Especially if you see a stone that has any kind of green in it, that's probably copper, and you probably don't want to be sitting around chugging down copper. There's actually, there are websites you can go to and say crystals that are poisonous. And I've often asked people when they want me to build them a grid if they have small children in their house, because there are certain stones like malachite, which is a perfectly wonderful stone. I wear a malachite necklace, but I don't suck on it. And it looks like a green candy, and a small child could, and they could get very sick from it. That's one I can call for you off the top of my head. That's why you're told not to suck pennies when you're a kid. And they used to really have copper in pennies. So that's kind of Shungite. And it's kind of an interesting, funky little stone out there. If you do buy Shungite, there are ways that they verify that it really is Shungite. I had this sent to me by a friend of mine that used to own a crystal store, and she knows who to go buy it from, but it has to come from that area. You can also find Shungite polished up. It makes a pretty nice, shiny stone, and you can use it to make jewelry to wear and protect you. People do that to protect themselves from EMF. But really, that's kind of the quick fix on Shungite, and maybe something you want to go look up or find out a little bit more about if you've been looking for protection crystal. Anyway, just to make the lady who was so afraid my house was going to burn down because I wasn't going to put the candles out. Once again, I want to remind you, share, subscribe, and like my videos. The other thing is, I really, really want to thank all of the people who've commented and written to me and told me, like the woman who said, so intrigued by the 9 candles. I actually ran around my house and found 9 red candles. One of the house she lives in, because I have to bring them in every time. But she said, I'm going to follow the ceremony every day. And people who said, interesting to know about these other ways to spiritually reach. And then quite a few people said, I thought you build grids. Where are the grids? The grids are coming. I'm building 6 of them right now. And I will take pictures of them and show them to you on a share screen and explain what they're about. But I can't go build my grids till I blow my candles out. So just for you, Grandma Nan, blowing out the candles. This one's. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and we'll go through candle 4. I'm going to actually go into discussing ancestral stones, which are stones that come from products that were plants or animals before the metamorphosis changed them into what we consider crystals, rocks, or stones, and what is the importance of ancestral stones and kind of how to use them. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.